cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Charles Davis ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. We are underway from North London, taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Nix from the shotgun. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. But not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And this is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
37.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run here with the rookie from Washington. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He'll try the left side with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. And Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He's up past the 20 with the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now it's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
To throw is Nix. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Waddle, 42 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Tuesday. Read it. Line. Oz. 13 next.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and 7.
Hey, here we go. Hey, 53, 53.
Now Gino. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. York now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Broncos 7.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First down.
Off the play fake, Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's now second and
10. Here's second and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Nix looking to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Nix once more. Now he'll tuck this and run. A short throw to Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Nix to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Smith here, an audible at the line. Gino now to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take a 17-14 lead. As As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing now is Gino. And this is incomplete.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 39, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Harvey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Nix. That is caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Captain.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nick's going to keep this himself. He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to the air with Nix. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Running left, Coleman. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and 4. Operating from the gun. Nix to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A shotgun snap for Smith. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hard throw, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Sean, let's go!
Now it's Nix. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Prentice, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Broncos 26, Jets 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
13 next.
Paul again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. From the gun, here's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Here's first down. Smith to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Hey, here we go. Hey, what's up?
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Jets.
Smith's going to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
I was going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Smith. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll roll on 1st down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. To throw is Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got